probably going to go to Neon in the mid lane. They're just banning a lot of the options. Because remember, if this is going to go to the mid lane, there's also a Vladimir that is open. They could ban it on the side of Thundertalk and just let Z pick up a Corki or a Lucian. And that would already be a safe pick just for them to get their early game to their side.
Yeah, now that I'm thinking about it, like, what could be a good option here by Thundertalk? Because expectedly, if worse comes to worse, if push comes to shove, they could still go for Zoe if ever Nova really wants to go for a
Zoe's open.
Yeah, because it's a good thing, right? It's a good opener for them. This gives them extra CC. This also gives them a lot more potential to be able to go for those pokes. But this will hugely depend on what Nova's gonna kill.
Yeah,
gonna pick up.
It's a good thing that they banned the Morgana though. If they didn't ban the Morgana, Remake is known to play the Morgana just for them to support the Yone. But now Vladimir is also a pick that they could use here for the side of Thundertalk. And Z is not gonna hesitate to pick that up.
Then go for Gragas, right? Gragas will be open for them. There are a lot of options. But Gragas, I think, would be so good because the thing about the composition for Nova is that they're pretty much all in.
There you go. Oh, yes. That's going to be what I want to see. Neon with a Zoe fighting against Z's Vladimir. And that jungle on that Yone back at it again. So again, everybody, the reason why people haven't been picking up the Yone is because of patch 4. During the recent patches, the Yone's damage to monsters have been nerfed, and that's the reason why people have been straying away from an Aatrox to a Chase to even the Yone is because of that nerf. And now, push comes to shove, Long is still gonna go back to a Yone.
Yeah, and you know what? I feel like it doesn't matter because the thing is, Nova's characteristic at this point in time and their attribute is always late game. It's always the delay, and Thundertalk has been the counter to that, the kryptonite for Nova's playstyle, because Long really wants to play it on the long run, right? Well, the pun is not intended, but you get the point, right? Long really wants to play on a prolonged matchup because when that time comes, Nova really landslide every single team they come across, and that's the thing. They have to reach that point. Now the question is on how they reach that occurrence wherein Long is already level 15, is already too much fed. When it comes to those fights, he just eviscerates every single one. They need to find a way, they need to find a key to be able to reach that point.
Yeah, the problem there is it's not going to be easy to farm it out anymore because of the nerfs recently. I mean, it's not that big of a nerf when it comes to base damage, when it comes to champions, but to monsters, that's what you want whenever you're picking a jungle Yone. You want to accelerate the Yone as much as you can. So what you want to do here for Yone is to maybe help him out in the early game, give him all the kills that you could need just for them to accelerate this Yone.
Yeah, definitely is. So that'll be one of the troublesome things that Nova has to think about. They have to think about it clearly if they want to have a chance to be able to make it back coming into this game, because their whole draft doesn't exactly shout the early game. Yes, you have the likes of Renekton. Yes, you have the likes of the Ezreal that could self-peel and that has the capability to survive on its own and has decent amount of damage coming into the level 1 to level 3. But coming into the mid game, who's going to shine? Wherein Thundertalk pretty much have every single tools to be utilizing onto the likes of Hecarim, Gragas. Even the likes of Sivir is there as well to accelerate Hecarim and Aatrox if ever it comes to that 5v5 brawl.
Yeah, I'm really surprised that they put Remake, or at least the Zoe, in the Dragon lane. Because, man, against an ADC, recently hasn't had the best of games. Because it could have been way better if they put that in the mid lane together with the Vladimir, because that would be way easier to play around with rather than this dual lane when you're a Zoe. I mean, before we've seen a lot of Zoes in the bot lane, but that was also on a time in where we had a lot of AP bot lanes. But right now, it's just going to be easy for Soul to just pressure this bot lane.
Yeah, it definitely is. It will be difficult. It will be difficult. That's pretty much the statement here. But the thing is, they have done it before, they have done it once, they could do it once again, and they really just have to play it slowly. They cannot afford to overextend in these matters, and they cannot afford to really chase down the members of Thundertalk at this point in time, because if they do, Thundertalk has ways to be able to punt.
Yeah, I think people have been putting him down so much. I mean, Soil is such a great player. The reason why Thundertalk got themselves into this great spot this season was also because of Soil together with the whole squad. I mean, the whole squad has been doing so well recently, and it was also very great that they had Soil in the roster, because remember, he played this on the bot lane, but look at this, they're gonna go for the bot lane. Remix gonna be the first target outside of the shadows. They have another flash on their side, and that's gonna be the first kill. As we said, as they needed, Soil ignite on his head. Chenshi might be next, but still a 1-for-1.
Yeah, definitely is. It's a 1-for-1 trade, so it's not as big as one could hope, or even as ThunderTalk could hope.
Ooh, Chenshi.
That was scary. But as we have stated, it's not literally the best outcome that ThunderTalk had wanted, so it's still decent back and forth.
Oh, there you go. They rotated. That's what you needed to do. You needed to put Remake on the bot lane, or rather the mid lane, just for him to fight against the Vladimir. That's a way better pickup for themselves, because it's gonna be easier for Neon to punish a Soul in the bot lane, and that's what you want to do here. But let's take a look at the replay again on bot side.
Yeah, it's the onslaught of Shadow that came through, and Chansey was prepared. Look at how Chansey also tanked majority of the damage, because he understood that X-Buy and Soil, when it comes down to it, if they took any single amount of damage, they could just get deleted. And that's the great part about the Gragas thus far, the support of ThunderTalk. It's always a team player. Chansey has always been playing for the team.
Yeah, now top side though, Yitze fighting a 1v1 here. Ignite is sticking on the head of Shin. Doesn't have a Darkin Blade on his side. He does have the barrier just to take some time, and now he would be able to turn the fight around. Flashes in and almost gets the kill on Yitze, if not for that call Demik.
Yeah, it was a good space that was brought there by Yitze, but staying here just to clear down the wave is kind of a good option as well, given the fact that ThunderTalk is already low when it comes to top side of the map. So these back and forths, they really have to be considered. And right now, it's Rift Herald and Dragon that will come out in 1 minute.
I thought they're going to be leaving the mid lane open. That could give an opportunity for Nova to take a plate for themselves and get this mid lane push really early. That's why it's a good start. They would be able to take that long. Wasn't able to get it in the end. What? So unbound and wasn't able to finish the Scuttler. Unfortunate.
Yeah, it was really unfortunate. Oh, the Rift Scuttler will just give you an advantage when it comes to information. But right now, Rift Herald and Drake will come out. If ThunderTalk plays this similar to how they did in the past games, the Rift Herald will be one of the priorities here by ThunderTalk.
It's gonna be prioritized for all the other squads, but because of the Rift Scuttler that they had there, that's a big advantage for the squad, and that's exactly what they need. Getting the Rift Scuttler just to snowball the game out of control. I mean, Dragon gives you a bit of stats, but in the early game, it doesn't really matter. So here, might as well get something tangible, like the gold that you get from this Rift Herald.
Yeah, it's just a lot of gold. It gives you so much accelerations. Plus, on top of that, oh my, that was so close.
If you missed that smite, that could have been it. They could have taken that. Yeah.
On top of that, you could have that security of the first turret in the mid lane as well, which opens up a whole bag of worms for Nova. With how ThunderTalk has been playing, they want that priority onto the Baron. So getting that tier 1 in mid lane was so much to reaching that goal.
Yeah, now in the mid lane, they're going to be pulling back here. From what we're seeing, ThunderTalk is... Ooh, wow. ThunderTalk is just going to be giving this mid lane for free. They still are looking for a push in the bot lane, because that is where... Oh, that's why they put the Rift Herald there. They just want to take the tower in bot lane and give Z as much gold as he can.
Yeah. Steve, though,
it's a good thing he used it also. Yeah, it's a good thing he was able to get that and was able to run away from that. That could have been his death, but I think Chenchi's death is going to be named here, and that is a fast reaction from Nova.
Yeah, very quick, very swift. Nova was able to find that opportunity. Yes, it was one ultimate, but a kill is definitely worth the ultimate used. And right now, you really just want that consistent back and forth. And looking at it, ThunderTalk, yes, they have the advantage, but still do consider Nova has the Infernal Drake. They have put that kill into an even level playing field now onto 6 minutes, just because they got that kill onto Chansey, and that's really good.
Yeah, and we're seeing now, Blade of the Ruin King has already been built by Long. I mean, he needs like 2 or 3 more items before this would be able to make it work for the end, but right now, Nova has been looking for a lot more today. And so far, Thunder Talk is still keeping the game at an equal footing.
Even footing, top side.
Shin, top side, gonna be running away. Doesn't have the ultimate on their side though, but is gonna be surviving. Oh, he was able to dodge that.
Oh my. That Ezreal is built different time and time again. Yes, those are not connecting, but it was so close every single time. Remake,
flash. He's gonna get the paddle star. Remake doesn't have any more extra flashes, but he has a flash of his own. He was able to run away.
Yeah, and that's the annoying part about Zoe, right? Use the flash up against it in a 1v1, it's gonna come back to bite you in the back.
Nova fighting back, and so far it's working in their favor. Neon is gonna die, and Shin is just so good at using this Aatrox.
Yeah, too good. Despite, you know, the lane disadvantage, despite the matchup disadvantage coming into the early game, it doesn't matter.
Was able to make it work again, but let's take a look at this replay and what happened to Z again topside.
Yeah, you'd say just used up the proto belt, or well, rather so the chase down. The Call of the Meek, and then you have the CC. That's really the strong suit of your Necton.
Oh yeah. Now from what we're seeing, it is still looking like we're still equal in the gold department. Just a 1k gold lead, really not that bad. But Nova, an advantage is an advantage that they're willing to take.
Yeah. We'll see though. Right now, will be something that will be scary as long. Pays a visit on bot side of the map.
Yep. So far, it has been so hard for Nova to grasp an advantage more than a 1k gold lead or a 3k gold lead. So far, Thunder Talk is only the one team that is just keeping them at that and not even helping them just gain the advantage they need so far. Nova Esports rotating onto the mid lane. They're trying to look for any kills that they might be able to take. X-Boy has been hit with a Sleepy Trouble Bubble, but no follow-up whatsoever from Nova.
Yeah, and I like this position coming from Nova. They understood that they have to recontrol more of the top side of the map this time around compared to what they did in the past 4 games.
What is happening? Why is everybody in the mid lane? They just want to take the mid lane turret as fast as they could, and everybody's putting their selves in this side of the map. But right now, 9 minutes 30 seconds. Now they can set up some vision for this objective.
They could definitely do. Ice Drake will come out at 10 seconds. And that is something that both Thunder Talk and Nova definitely wants. But getting those informations are going to be crucial for both these teams. Look at the position though for Thunder Talk.
Yeah, but also they have to be scared about what Shin could bring into this battles now. Because Shin is very well fed. And I do expect him to be the stronger force in this fight. But Remake is making him be afraid in this next battles that are gonna come out.
Yeah, and you say he's an immediate Sanguine pull. So good of a Vladimir. That skill set is just so amazing. Right now, this will be Z who falls down half HP.
That was scary. Battlestar mid lane's gonna get pushed though if Thunder Talk doesn't make any movements here.
And Long also pays visit with a soul unbound. So there's just so much back and forth, and the delayed time gets the advantage for Nova.
Yeah, Long is a bit too late here. They're going to be using the Dragon for themselves. That's going to be taken, and that's going to be it. Right now, they're pushing for more, and the damage is going through. Right now, onto the backline. They got some damage. Thunder Talk is going to the backline, too. Yami's going to be his next target, but he's fighting against 2. Battlestar is going to hit, but it's not going to matter because Remake is also going to die, and Thunder Talk is still chasing. Yami's going to be next, and that is going to be ace if he falls right here. And that's an ace for the squad, and they're too fast for the members of Nova.
That's worth it, right? Yes, Nova might have gotten the Infernal Drake, and they may have gotten the tier 1 turret into the mid lane, but Thunder Talk can do the same. They get the ace, they get the tier 1 into the mid lane, and now they could reset and set up for the Baron.
Yeah, 3.6k gold lead just out of that battle that happened in the Dragon. And that's a massive gold gap, especially if you're fighting a squad who has a Vladimir and a Sivir, who doesn't really do much in the early game. But because Shin was so fed, let's take a look at this fight again.
Yeah, it's pretty much, the setup from Yami was amazing.
Whoa!
But Chanty explosive cast, isolated, forced Neon to go back out, and Z and X-By just came through with a blink. It was too good, and after that they were pretty much dismembered. They were disassembled.
Look at what Shin was doing this whole fight though. Look at when he was going to the back line against two members, he wasn't damaged. Even Remix Battlestar with a Sleepy Trouble Bubble wasn't even able to scratch him really that hard. But again, that is also because Shin was just fed this game. He won the battle against Yitze and is just getting rewarded for it.
Yeah, and right now, Sleepy Trouble Bubble.
Yep,
Very dangerous.
On's gonna be used, pushes him back, and that's gonna be it. Jami might be dead here. They're gonna follow through with the Onslaught of the Shadows! Fierce everybody, and was able to follow through. Right now, they're gonna go for it. Knock up on the Shenji. Neon is gonna be dead. They have a Fate Seal, but the Fate Seal is gonna work around long. And that could have been it, but so far, they are working their magic, and right now, Remake might be able to turn things around here. He has the Hextech Proto Belt and Chan, but Shin is just gonna be pulling him back.
Yeah, and this right now for Thunder Talk is so good. Remake still has Proto Belt though.
Yep, right now gets the damage, and that is gonna be it. They got the kill, and they had the Baron for themselves.
Yeah, and this is the two sides of the coin. Wherein if Nova separates themselves each and every single time, they will be separated when it comes to that all-in engage from Thunder Talk. But on the flip side, if Nova stacks on top of each other, that happens. And X, by utilization of the Onslaught of Shadows, was able to stack up onto every single one, which opened up the opportunity for Thunder Talk to go all in.
Yeah, that's gonna be an easy Baron for the squad here for now. As we said, we were talking about the draft really early on in the drafting phase, and once we saw the first two picks together with a Sivir, that game is gonna be hard for Nova, whatever they pick, because that's a Hecarim and an Aatrox. Once they speed up, they're gonna be chasing your backline for sure, and so far, Neon hasn't been having the best of games this game.
Yeah, right now, Nova has to play 4-time.
Yep, goes knock up onto Z. They're not going to be able to kill that Vladimir, but a pushback onto Yitze is going to be the target of the squad here. They have the Call of the Force God, gets the knock up on one. He was able to flash away, but look at Z, transfusions in. That's going to be a kill, and Shin, look at him. Look at this guy, he's just tanking up and just walking forward. He's so tanky this game.
So tanky, and right now there are a lot of ways pushing in. Every single lane is going in favor for Thunder Talk.
Yep, and from what we're seeing, CP Trouble Bubble knocks up, Battlestar, Remake gonna be a target, but no, was not able to get to the target on time. This tower is gonna fall down, but oh no, they hit Z. That might be scary. Damage from that Sleepy Trouble Bubble was able to end them, and Z is a bit too over-aggressive today.
A bit too over-aggressive. That was a kill to the side of Nova. That was just a pinch to Thunder Talk's advantage, because if you're looking at the stats right now, 9k gold lead in favor for Thunder Talk. On top of that, they get the natural lane pressure into the mid lane with the inhibitor down.
Yep, right now, you're seeing it, Dragon's gonna be available. I mean, this is gonna be the second Dragon. This is gonna be a denial that Nova just wants to do. And look at that, Thunder Talk is not even paying any mind out of that. Shenzi forced to flash away. And Dragon is gonna be taken for free.
Yeah, that's unfortunate with the Summoner spell burnt, but it has to be done. Nova takes the match on Drake, and they brought down the 4k gold deficit that they were able to face just minutes back.
Yeah. Now, right now, from what we're seeing here, this is going to be hard for Nova. As we were saying, they need Long to get the items that he needs in order for this composition to work, because if not, this is just going to be harder and harder as we move forward in the game, because they had to think about two members. And even Shin is a threat now. Nobody could go 1v1 against that guy. That's why they're leaving him to the sharks. That explosive cast could have been deadly. The Remake is still being chased down. Boomerang Blade wasn't able to hit. They had to call up the Force God to stop them from pushing. Long was able to get the damage on that spot, but he didn't get the kill. She onto the back line was able to get the damage, but wasn't able to follow through. Here comes Shin, and he would be able to finish all. Yami's gonna be next, and they are going for Yitze. The Crocodile, the Predator, has met its prey, and Shin is the Predator as we were talking, and this game is done.
Thunder Talk is now looking at the Nexus. They're pushing in.
Yeah, this game is over, and Thunder Talk is going to be moving forward in our lower brackets 4-1, and this series, Nova is going to be out of the tournament.
An unfortunate time for Nova. Dreams have been crushed, but Thunder Talk
they're not there anymore.
So good of a performance. They just shone and shined into the league today in that series. They were able to perform, just took one opportunity once again and took it to a win.
Yep, and as we've seen there,